Hello, I'm Catherine and welcome back to my channel. Welcome if this is your first time visiting. So glad to have you here. Today I wanted to talk about one of my very favorite products, and it seems to be exploding all over the makeup market, and that is cream blush. Because there are so many out there, I had to separate this into two videos, so we'll see which one does better, what you all are more interested in. Today I'm going to be talking about high-end cream blushes, and then in the next video I will be talking about drugstore or more affordable cream blushes. Cream blushes. Why do we need cream blushes? Well, if you are over 40 or 50 like I am, cream products are just wonderful for your skin. They're hydrating, they have more moisturizing ingredients in them, and they tend not to settle and really exaggerate any fine lines or wrinkles that we may have that powder products might do. Not all powder products, but some do. So cream products are wonderful. Plus, they're easy to use and you can use them in a variety of ways, and they are just kind of a fun product. They really give, in particular for blush, they give a wonderful flush of color to your skin. So I'm going to swatch what I have here in my collection, let you see what I have, and tell you kind of my thoughts on each one, each brand, and each variation of cream blush that I have. So I'm going to start off with the Fenty cream blushes. They came out last year and they're really a great formula. They come in these little compacts. The first one I got is this shade called Petal Poppin', which is a really pretty pink. And I'm just going to try and swatch these here on my arm for you. So this is Petal Poppin'. It's a beautiful pink. These do, just so you can see, they do sheer out. So this looks very intense, but the more that you pat it on, it really does sheer out. But this is a beautiful springtime color. My favorite color that I got in this particular formula, though, was this one called Rose Latte. And I did not think that this would be a shade for me, but it is such a beautiful kind of a bricky rose. And again, you can see how it sheers out and just gives you such a pretty look. So Petal Poppin' and Rose Latte. Great formula, goes on really well, and very compact, easy to use, sheers out, not shiny. They don't have a real sheen to them. They leave your skin more matte, but really enjoyable product. Probably the newest cream blush that I got is from Rare Beauty, and this is in the shade Nearly Neutral. And this is an interesting product because it feels a lot more emollient than the Fenty, but it goes on the skin and kind of dries more as a powder. So even though when I put my finger into the pot, it felt really oily, this is actually totally dried down and is a powder now. So it's a really pretty formula. Really nice. I love the color of this. This is a nice formula, really nice formula. The same brand came out with some liquid blushes, and I do like the liquid blushes too. This is in the shade, this is from Rare Beauty. This is the shade Bliss. This is the only one I have it. I have it in a mini, and it is a very pretty peachy pink shade. Beautiful, and again, it is more pigmented than the powder blush, but look how pretty that is. She does have a dewy formula in these blushes as well. But both of these, the Fenty and the cream, now these can all be found only at Sephora or on the websites, Fenty website and Rare Beauty website. One of my very favorite formulas that I got recently is from Patrick Ta, and this is a powder blush, and then underneath this little case is the cream blush, and they work really nicely together, but I'm just going to show you, I think I'll just show you on my hand, the cream blush. This is in the shade She's So LA, and that's it right there. It is gorgeous. It has a little hint of a rose or a pink, and it's just stunning. I love the shade. I think it looks beautiful on everyone. And in combination with the powder, this is really pretty. This is a great product that he came up with to have both in one. One of the original cream or liquid blush formulas was from Glossier, and this is their Cloud Paint, and the shade I have is Beam, which is kind of a peachy color, and I'm just gonna put a little bit here next to She's So LA. It's a very peachy, kind of a bright color, but really pretty and just looks gorgeous on the skin. There's a whole range of colors. These sheer out really well, but they have a nice amount of pigment. Okay, let's talk about Nars. This is probably my very favorite cream blush. It's actually what I'm wearing today. It is the Orgasm Liquid Blush from Nars, and I'm just gonna put a little bit here so you can see, because I want you to see the difference. This is a pretty pigmented swatch, but that is the Orgasm Liquid. And then this comes in their little multiple sticks too. I have this in just a little mini size, but this is very different. You can, you wouldn't think they were the same thing. The Orgasm Liquid is definitely more pink, and this multiple is more peach. And then they just came out with a new Air Matte. This is their Air Matte blush, and I got it in Orgasm as well. And it's actually different as well. So this one's actually the sheerest formula. This is the most intense formula, but it will sheer out. This is the multiple, and then this is the newest one in the pot. These wear really well, and all of them are just amazing, and all come in that beautiful Orgasm shade, which I love. Okay, if you all watch Shelby Wilson here on YouTube, she is a favorite and one of my favorites. One of the products that I learned about from her was the Daniel Sandler watercolor blushes. They're beautiful. You can find them on the Look Fantastic website or Skin Store, which is where I get them. And this is the color Cherub. These are incredibly liquidy. I'm just gonna put a little bit out here, and sheer, but you can see this is the color Cherub. It is just a beautiful hint of pink. These, again, they're much more liquid, and so you have the time to kind of work them through, but these are beautiful. I used this particular shade on my daughter for, I believe it was like her first her confirmation, and it was angelic. It looked so, so pretty, having that little hint of that pinkiness right on her cheek. So these are gorgeous and really fun to play with. Going back to Nars, because I actually totally spaced another shade I have in the liquid blush. I do have the Dolce Vita shade as well, and I will tell you, this one is super pigmented. So you only need the smallest amount if you're my skin tone, and you really do need to sheer it out. You can see how deep that is. So sometimes I struggle a little bit with this one with my skin tone because it is tough to get that right shade. I almost feel like I need to mix it with something else. I love the Dolce Vita shade. I have it in the powder blush, and I love that. But this one is just super intense and very difficult sometimes to work with. But I do love this formula. I think there's maybe only one other shade in this range, but the Orgasm is by far my favorite. I love it. I have one liquid blush from Chantecaille. This is in the shade Happy, and it is their Cheek Gelee. It's much more sheer. It takes a little bit to build this up, and it's a really pretty color. This is not my favorite formula, to be honest. I don't think I will purchase another one of these. These are quite expensive too. I feel like the Nars, even the Glossier liquid, are a little bit easier to work with, and this just, it looks a little dull on the skin for some reason. I don't know why, but it just doesn't brighten up my skin like some of the others do. I'll continue to use it because I bought it, but it's not my favorite and wouldn't be the one that I would tell you to run out and purchase. All right, I'm gonna switch arms so that I have a little bit more real estate here to work with to show you. Kosas also has a brand of cream blushes with a highlight, and I have the shade 8th Muse. I will say this is not my favorite formula. Super pretty color. The color there is, I think, really pretty. It's a little chunky to work with, not as easy. It will shear out though, but it's not my favorite, and it kind of gets like a little bit of a film on top, but if you work with it, like I said, this is actually can be very, very pretty. A newer cream blush to me that's sort of new to the market is from the company Tower 28, and I have the shade Magic Hour. I like this one too. It is similar to the Kosas though. It's a little bit, not in shade, it's more of a warm based shade, but it is a little bit thicker, but it is pretty easy to work with. You can see how that gives you a nice light tint. One of my favorite cream blushes that is high end is actually one of my very first that I ever got, and it is from Clay to Peau. It comes in this beautiful packaging. I have the shade number 4. And this is just a great formula and a great color. I don't know, it's just like the perfect kind of in between peachy and pink color. It's just lovely on the skin. And this formula is just silky and just easy to use. I really do love these Clay de Peau cream blushes. Nobody talks about them. I actually heard about them from Lisa J of Lisa J Makeup, and I purchased this and I really do love it. It's a beautiful, beautiful cream product. Okay, I think this is my last one, and it is from the company Nudestix, and I have Naughty and Spice. They come in these little sticks. I'm just going to kind of put it right here. This is a pretty warm toned color. It's right down here at the bottom. Naughty and Spice. This was the Clay de Peau, so you can see the difference. This is a deeper shade. It's really pretty, and it has a nice effect to it. It is very silky feeling too. Okay, so those are the cream blushes that I have in my collection. I love cream blushes. I get excited when I see that companies are coming out with more. I hope this was helpful, and maybe you saw something you liked. If you did, let me know down below. Tell me what you liked. Tell me what your favorite cream blush is, or liquid blush, and what shade and what company. I am always looking for more. There will be a part 2 to this video, which will be the affordable drugstore cream blushes, which there are some great ones out there on the market. So that will be part 2, so look forward to that. And by the way, go ahead and subscribe and hit that notification bell, and then you will be alerted when I post that part 2 video. And I'd love for you to give this video a thumbs up if you love cream blushes like I do. Hope you guys have a great day. Also, come follow me on Instagram. We have a lot of fun over there. I do a get ready with me every single week on my stories that I post in my highlights. And I would love for you to come join us. Plus, I'll give you details on any sales or reviews, anything that's coming up. And I post my BoxyCharm unboxings over there on Instagram. I would love for you to come join me over there. I have a lot of fun, and I love sharing all these great new products with you. I hope you guys are having a great week, and I hope to see you again soon in my next video.